family connection, an amazing object found in a second-hand store. Here's artist Adebanji to tell us more.
The walls of East London are dripping with modern artistic energy. But I'm here to discover a different part of its art heritage dating back to the First World War.
That's a good one.
Wow. This book of pictures and poems was created by soldiers and refugees during World War I as a gift for a nurse who was looking after them in a hospital in London. 40 years ago, the book turned up in a second-hand shop owned by Iris Simmons. Iris, how comes you didn't sell this book?
I just couldn't bring myself to sell it. It just was very special. I did feel that its rightful place is with her family.
What do we know about this nurse?
Her name was Violet Fountain. She was obviously very caring. Some of these soldiers are French, some are Belgian.
Yeah.
They just loved her.
I'm keen to try out this simple, elegant style for myself. If you could, would you like to see a picture of her?
Absolutely.
Iris asked us to help her find out more about Violet Fountain, so we called in the One Show's people finding expert, Kat Whiteaway. The book only tells us Violet's name, but luckily that name is quite unusual.
There are only 7 people of that name on the 1911 census, and one of those was born in London.
After more research, we discovered that this person lived within walking distance of an East London workhouse, which was converted into a hospital for the wounded of World War I. It was called St. George's in the East, and it matches the hospital named in the book.
I found a will for Violet. The will named not only Violet's son, but also her 2 grandsons. When I looked at the electoral registers, I spotted one person of the right name. He confirmed that Violet was his grandmother.
That grandson is Mark Lithgow. We've brought him to St. Peter's London Docks Church to meet Iris, just a stone's throw from where his grandmother worked. This is the church she would have attended.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So we're following in her footsteps here. This is just where she would have been.
Oh, can you see her?
Yeah. And we have brought you Violet's grandson, who I know you really would love to meet. So there you are.
Oh my goodness. Did you know your grandmother?
No, I didn't know.
She's here.
Yes.
I know she'd want you to have that.
Now, at last, Violet's book is back with her family.
I've never seen anything like it. I'm struggling not to be in tears, actually.
Oh.
I had no idea. No idea that she was a nurse. I knew nothing about her at all. So just to have this is...
Oh,
it means
I'm so pleased.
They must have really liked her to go to the effort to do this.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
Yeah. And when you read some of the sentiment, you'll realise how much they cared for her and what a brilliant nurse she must have been.
After 40 years, Iris can now finally see what Violet looked like.
That's me.
Oh, gosh.
That's my gran.
Oh, my goodness.
And that must have been 1960.
This is
More. Yeah, that's
Violet.
me. That's Violet, yes.
Wow. Oh, I never thought I'd see it. Oh, my good. I was lost for words.
I've got one last surprise for Mark and Iris. It's a portrait that I sketched of Iris. All you need to do is to insert that into the book, and it completes the whole of this journey.
Thank you so much, everybody.
It feels great to see this priceless book return to the family where it belongs, and to know it will be cherished by generations to come.